Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Mr. Poynter.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so I just want to start what do you guys actually, what do you guys do here at the wellness?
Oh, the Wellness Center is a cool place for students to come and hang out and come and hang out and just kind of relax and get some time to themselves. You want to come in and check it out? Okay, let me put the...
Hello, I'm Miss Perez. I'm the Wellness Center Coordinator. Welcome in. What questions do you have for me today?
Yep, so we'd love to walk around and get a tour of the wellness center, if that's fine.
Okay, great. So as soon as you walk in, you are greeted with this sign-in station. So you will sign in on our iPad here. You can also use your phone to sign in. You will be greeted by Mr. Poynter. He is our intake assistant.
Hello.
And we have a variety of things you can do here at the Wellness Center. Here we have our coloring station. Here we have some refreshments and snacks. You get some tea, some granola bars, hot chocolate, water. If you want to follow me over here. So here we just have our big couch where you can just rest and play with any of the variety of fidget toys in this box here. Now these are popular right now, these poppets. If you want to follow me over here. In this bookshelf we have a variety of different games, puzzles, even some different kind of workbooks that talk about mindfulness, how to combat anxiety or depression. If you want to just do some reading on your own, take a little cool down break.
Yep, so we want to get to know you guys, so like, what do you guys have for lunch today?
I had a Chinese chicken salad today from Safeway.
And I had PB&J peanut butter jelly on wheat.
Yep, sounds really yummy. It's kind of making me hungry, right? My next question is that, where do you guys grow up? I'm just curious.
I grew up in Stockton, California, so born and raised there.
And I grew up in San Jose, California. I was born in Oakland, moved to San Jose as a baby, and that's where I grew up.
Well, yeah, let's go California, right?
California, that's right. Golden State.
Yep. So my next question is like, where you guys grew up, or like where you guys attended schools, like were there like wellness centers there?
I have never heard of a wellness center really till I started working in this district. I think this district has really tried to foster a sense of kind of prioritizing mental health. So I think it's great that we're starting to have more wellness centers.
I mean, and you, Mr. Poynter?
And kind of the same for me. This was unheard of when I was a teenager going through high school. There's nothing like this. No resources were available.
Yeah, man. I think it's like really cool that our district is implemented. But do you guys like wish as like high schoolers with that amount of stress they may have felt? Like, do you guys wish that you guys had a wellness center?
I definitely do. I went to a school very similar to Doherty Valley. It was very academically focused. We took a lot of AP and honors courses, also took courses at a community college, so it was just not really a focus on self-care or even extracurriculars. We didn't have any kind of music or sports, so I wish that we would have just had a safe space to kind of rest throughout the day or be able to speak with a counselor.
Yeah, and for myself, yeah, something like this would have been great. Just was not available. There wasn't really a whole lot you could do other than maybe talk to your assistant principal or counselor about some of the things that were going on. There wasn't really a lot of resources.
Yeah, and yep, and my next question is like, I mean, I think that's like really great. Yeah, you guys brought up the point of how like a lot of these schools these days, because of like the increased college admissions and all these factors, are like students are taking on a lot of stress. Like, it's like to help that. Like, what do you guys do with like students here at the wellness center?
So we usually ask students if they want to speak with a counselor as they walk in, just to do a drop-in session if they're having a hard day and just want to talk through something, or we kind of just let them chill by themselves if they just kind of need a break but don't really feel like talking to anybody.
Okay, so okay, my next question is that like, who is like allowed to come to the Wellness Center per se? Like, is it open to every student? Like on that, also like timings, like when can students come? Like,
Yeah, so every Doherty student is invited to the Wellness Center. So it's open. We're open Monday through Friday, 7:45 to 3:15. So come check us out.
yeah, I think that's great. Like, the accessibility factor is definitely something that's like very useful, right? And my next question is that, can you explain like why the Wellness Center is created and like I really like the open vibe that you guys have here. Like, how do you guys maintain and like why do you think like the Wellness Center was created?
I think the school recognized that the students here specifically are going through a lot with academics, and they just kind of need a place where they don't feel judged, where they can kind of get away from all the peer expectations, parental expectations, expectations that you put on yourself, and just have a place to be able to kind of take a stress break.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. So my next question is like, what sorts of activities is the Wellness Center offering to students? I mean, aside from like the really fun gizmos and like, I really like the slinky you have in your hand, Poynter, but aside from that, like what other activities do you guys have?
We actually did this really cool thing recently, and we're going to make this an ongoing event, is we had therapy dogs come to the campus. So the therapy dogs were, I think, really good for the students, especially in times of, some stress and just the activity of petting a dog, and just, it's been proven that it can really calm you down. So we've had several therapy dogs come on the campus, and the students really seem to like that. That definitely is a low stress thing, and we want to make that an ongoing thing that the Wellness Center sponsors.
Yeah, just like a small like second part of that question. What are you guys' favorite breeds of dogs? Like, I guess are you guys dog people?
I'm a cat person personally, so I'm not really good at knowing different breeds of dogs. But I think dogs are really cute too. I like any kind.
Yeah, I have a Chihuahua and a Terrier. He's 13 years old. His name's Roscoe, and he's still going. He's still doing really well, and he likes to get involved in all kinds of little things that we have going on in the house. And he's still a good eater, so that's definitely fun having a dog.
Say hi to Roscoe for me.
I will.
And okay, so this next one's like kind of like a creative question that you guys wanted to ask you guys, right? If you guys are not limited to science, what do you guys put as like Wellness Center activities, right? This could be like, I don't know, going to Mars, bouncing around, like anything. Like if you guys are not limited to science.
Oh wow.
What could we do? Maybe. I'm really into kind of like fairy tales. I don't know, I would like to have the Wellness Center in maybe a whole fairyland, maybe inside a palace with a bunch of cool different rooms. I don't know, that's what I would say, make it very magical and mythical.
I think it'd be cool to like go out on a boat or something like that and just kind of sail the ocean and take a nice adventure, a nice calming type of adventure that would lend itself to relaxation and just free flowing and kind of losing, not worrying about what's going on in the day-to-day world. I think that would be really nice.
Okay, so like now we're back to Earth, right? I really like their idea, so it's back to Earth, right? Like, how's the turnout been for your activities so far?
I think it's been going really well. We've had help from the leadership team as well, kind of getting the word out there. And I think one of the things that we want to add for activities is we want to have somebody leading yoga classes, maybe one day a week during lunchtime, or some mindfulness/meditation groups. We just kind of want to have different activities for students who need a break and to practice mindfulness in one form or another.
And I talked to a couple of music clubs on the campus already about this. One of the things that we were considering doing, and that's in the very early stages, is incorporate maybe some kind of musical performance that would be sponsored by the Wellness Center. Maybe we could have it out here. It would be a small group of students, and they would maybe perform for a segment of the student body. We think those type of activities would be really nice.
Those ideas seem really nice. On top of that, do you guys have any other activities or things in the future?
Another thing I was thinking about was having some kind of talent show, but where we showcase different forms of self-expression. So I've actually, in my graduate program, ran a similar kind of talent show where people were able to speak about their mental health, but express it in forms either painting, presenting a poem, like playing poetry, performing a dance or a song where they just express themselves and their innermost thoughts. So I think that's something I'd like to organize more for next semester, maybe right before finals, or something kind of to end the year.
I think a talent show would be really nice, considering it'll take the stress off of the kids. Speaking of stress, how do you think the Wellness Center has been promoted throughout the school campus?
I think the promotion has gone really well so far. I think we have almost 200 followers on our Instagram, so that's the plug. Follow us at DBHS Wellness on Instagram. I think we've been able to go into some classrooms so far and promote. Some classrooms have come and gotten a tour of the Wellness Center, so I think teachers are all on board with it and know that they can send their students, and a lot of students are becoming aware of it too, so it's been going well.
That's great. And on top of that, what is yours and Mr. Poynter's favorite part of the Wellness Center?
I think my favorite part is just being able to connect with students and talk with them, help them resolve whatever issue they might be facing that day. So yeah, just being able to kind of be someone they can talk to and a motivator, helping them find their own strength.
The thing that I really have noticed is that there's been times when students have come into the Wellness Center and they, I could tell just by their body language or just how they seem that, they're under either some type of stressors, those type of things, and then just seeing them go from that state until the time when they're ready to leave the Wellness Center, and sometimes just being in here for 15 minutes or so really helps, and they've kind of, you could tell that the stressors have been lowered, and they seem like they're in a much better place. So that's something that I really enjoy seeing.
And and what do you hope the Wellness Center can be in the future?
I want to expand and still think of different activities that we can provide. So I'm always open to student feedback on what we're doing well, what they would like to see more of. So I would just really like it to continue being a space where students can come relax, but I don't know, maybe seeing what other opportunities we can provide.
What's a takeaway that you and Mr. Poynter want people to have leaving the Wellness Center?
I think the takeaway I want people to have is just that to remember to take breaks. Things are really challenging here at Doherty, but you have to focus on your self-care as well. You can't just always be going and doing your work, because your body's gonna respond kind of negatively if you're not ever taking care of yourself. We know physical health is so intertwined with mental health, so just remember to take breaks when you need to and ask for help when you need it.
And what about you?
Kind of one of the takeaways is that kind of the question. I'd like to see, and I'm seeing a lot more of this. I noticed that there's been more of a tendency for, I guess, females, whatnot, coming to the Wellness Center. Not as many males. I am starting to see a lot more males kind of coming in, which I think is a good thing. We want to be all inclusive and open to everybody, no matter kind of where you're coming from. So that's one thing it's really good that I'm starting to see, and we'd like to welcome whoever and whenever. Just we want to be here for you, be here to help, be here to be a place where you feel safe.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Perez and Mr. Poynter. We hope in the future more kids use the Wellness Center, and like we said before, we think this is a great asset to have in the Doherty Valley community. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for having us.
Hope to see you here soon. Thank you very much.
Stop by anytime. Bye.
Bye-bye.